Welcome back to the Pod D podcast. This is episode 19. Let's just jump right in. We're going to lead off with our deep thought question of the week. Cedric, go ahead, take it away.
All right, deep thought question of the week. You are walking down the street. You see a trolley. The trolley. There's four people. You're running your own business. You don't got no skin in the game. You're just walking down the street. You see a trolley headed for people that are tied to a track. Four people that are tied to a track. Look like it's just imminent death. The only issue is there is a you could save them if you can save those people if you divert the trolley to another track. However, on that other track, there is one person that's tied to the track. So let me reset that. I'm sorry, I did that the wrong way. So trolley's going down the track. Four people are tied to it. You can save those four people and divert it to a track that only has one person on it. So instead of a trolley killing four, you have the ability to switch that trolley and have it only kill one person. Or you can just go on about your business. What do you do?
So it's going to get four or it's going to get one person?
Four people. It's on the track to kill. You're the only person that has the ability to divert that, and it kills one person on that trolley track. They're tied to the track. Or you can go about your business.
So, are you a walking bystander, and you trying to be a good
Samaritan?
Samaritan?
You walking past and just happen to see this.
So save four, kill one, or just mind your own business.
And let four die. All right, let's start. Use what you thinking.
Honestly, I'm not a superhero. I would hate to have blood on my hand for killing one person. I would hate to have blood on my hand for killing four people. I am not technically, I don't have the tools to help anybody. I'm going to pray for some people, and I'm just going to have to be a witness. I'm going to go about my business. I know that's not the political answer to say, but yeah.
All right, cool. All right, what you think?
And it's just four random people, right?
Everybody random.
So it ain't no like four kids or nothing like that. It's just four random.
Four random people.
I think I would have to save somebody. I don't know how I would go about, making that decision, one versus four. But I think I would have to do something. I don't think I would be able to walk away from it knowing that, five people died and, I could have helped at least one of them. So I don't think I'll be able to live with that. So
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Kill the one?
Kill one, save four, or kill four and save.
You can pull the lever and send that trolley towards the one, or you can just let it go to four. Man your business and let it go to four.
Well, shit. I guess you gotta leave it alone there. Because the one person gonna live, but the four gonna die. And if you intervene, you saving 4, and now you killing 1. Yeah, I guess you're gonna have to just let it be.
All right.
Okay, maybe I'm not getting it. You can't send it to the 4 or send it to the 1.
It's on track to hit the 4. The 4 gonna
So
die.
all you can do is send it to the 1
Send it
or
to
leave it alone.
or leave it alone.
If you don't do anything, the 4 die.
If you do anything, the 4 die.
I would send it to the 1.
Send it to the 1.
Save the 4. What would you do?
That's in God's hand, man. I am not gonna take I'm not gonna take the life of nobody. I just can't. I see the inevitable happening. I see it. I feel bad for him, but I am not. I'm man of my own business. I'm not gonna jump in there and kill somebody. I walk away with my eyes over my hand because I don't think I can. I just leave that situation alone. So that's what I would do.
That's
So
a rough
three,
one.
so three are not gonna do anything, and Jay gonna kill the 1 man.
That's what it's
In
about.
that deep thought scenario, would you get charged?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't thought about it that far deep, but I would. I mean, I don't know, but let's say no, you don't get charged. But I still don't. I still couldn't take a lot. I still can't see myself out of nowhere. Don't know situation or nothing. Pulling the lever to make the train go to the one side, you know. So
Yeah,
I
because you're gonna have to deal with the families.
So
You're gonna have to deal with the families.
So
That's true.
all right, deep thought. That was good.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
that was a good one. Okay, let's go to topic number 2. So Kyrie Irving, I don't know, was it a book or a movie that he was backing that got him in trouble? Basically, got him suspended for 5 games from the NBA. Then he ended up losing his shoe deal with Nike. So what's your take on the Kyrie Irving news story?
I think for Kyrie, man, it's sad to me. I don't know if you guys really got a chance to see the link of the actual what he was put up there, but it's a real wild story. But at the basic gist of it is that blacks were robbed of a lot basically, and that Jews are, in the most part, Jews are just bad people. That's kind of what the link was alluding to.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in the position he in, man, he can't have that. He just can't do that. I know it's freedom of speech, but in the position he in with all the advertising, all the money he makes, I just think that was a bad move on his part. So I agree with the cancellation of him because I just think he was out of bounds on a lot of stuff.
You think he gets traded?
No,
I
think he's gonna have a tough time playing again, from what I'm hearing.
What do you mean playing in the league? Period.
Playing in the league, period. Playing like this may be, I heard Stephen A. couple of people allude to this may be his last year. Because he just too much baggage comes with him, man. Just too much. Just too much baggage comes with all his talent. He's talented, but I mean the bullshit is starting to outweigh the talent.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's catching up with him.
Rodney, do you have a take on it? What do you think?
I mean, I could see. I mean, I understand. That's something that you just can't do. And it has to be equal treatment. If we as black people, if we do some out of bounds shit, we gotta get held accountable just like anyone else. Because if that was a white person who put up a link to a movie, I can't even. Birth of a Nation, not the Nat Turner, the original one, which is very racist. So if someone, if a white guy would have posted that, we'd be doing everything we could to get him canceled, kicked out of the league, whatever.
Mhm.
So um, I understand the NBA having to do this. I don't like the fact that it's we a week, it's like a week later, and it's kind of like they waited to see what the blowback would be, and they see that the blowback is huge. So now they retroactively pretty much suspended him, which I don't really agree with. You know, do it. You know what this was. You knew what this was when it happened. You should have acted, immediately on it.
Why do
And
we?
I, but at the same time, I do. You know, I'm not defending them, but anytime we speak up, and I'm not necessarily saying this is the case, but anytime we speak up about what's happened to us, how we've been exploited throughout the years, centuries, whatever, people don't want to hear that. You know, they that's like, no, we don't want to hear that. So that's where I can kind of see both sides of, like, if you promoting something, you do got to be you do got to be mindful of just exactly what it's saying. Because I think he put out a lot of he put links and tweets and shit to stuff that I don't even know if he watched it or knows fully what it is. So it's but once again, like Kanye, you keep doing these things and putting yourself in these situations. Sometimes sooner or later you're gonna reap what you sow. And he always talk about like how he don't really need basketball. How you know, he don't he could he could play or he couldn't play. So
Mm-hmm.
now that might be taken out of his hands.
Here you go. Yep.
Man, it's a waste to me. No, he's gonna regret it later.
A couple. You're right, Rodney. A couple of those things in the at the end on the second half of that link that movie, there was some Hitler quotes in there, man. There's Hitler quotes and saying that the Holocaust that the Holocaust didn't never happen. Just ignorant shit like that. So one, you got to be mindful of what you post. When you that kind of person, and then secondly, you got to know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So be mindful and know what it is. And I don't think he comes across to me as the guy who like want to always be the smartest person in the room.
Right.
So I just think even with him, even when somebody bring into what it was, what it actually was that was actually put on his link, what it meant, he still wouldn't come out and say, oh, I apologize, I didn't know that's what that was. He tried to get around it. So it is just a loss, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. Hopefully it'll work out for him.
Do you think? I think Nike was. Yeah, I think Nike was right to delay that or to suspend his shoe to take the deal away from him.
I think they gave him a chance to try to see what he would do. You know what I'm saying? In this situation along with Kanye, you learned that freedom of speech is not free. It will cost you something. You know what I'm saying? And there are certain conversations that you can have when you have an opinion and you are trying to learn something or you're trying to make a point. Like you said about Kyrie, he does have arrogance about himself as if he really doesn't care who he offends. You know what I'm saying? And it comes off as arrogant and I think in this country you will be dealt with. You know what I'm saying? There's consequences to that type of notion and that type of rhetoric and stuff. I'm not gonna say everything he said was wrong. I ain't gonna say what everything he said is 100% facts either. You know what I'm saying? But at least have that conversation. Be able to have that conversation with a panel to lay your facts out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't agree with with the whole cancellation of things. If we are a nation that's about speaking your mind and having your opinion and stuff like that. I sometimes don't really agree with that if it's not done in the malice of you trying to hurt people. But at the same time, certain topics are very emotional to different people and stuff like that. And how you said and the tone you said, when it comes across like that, if you're not going to be have that human side of you to apologize when you see that you offend people, you just give that, well, I don't give a fuck. I'm standing on what I'm standing on. I think that's when they cancel stuff goes. So, you putting it out, if you dish it, you better be able to take it. You know?
I think
Let me ask y'all about that just a little bit more. If y'all was like, if that was your partner, you gotta have a partner. If that was your partner, what kind of conversation would you have with him, man? I mean, would you
tripping?
like right?
Flat
Don't
out.
you
You
think
tripping. You tripping. We ain't come from money. You know how hard you work to get to where you are. It's
yeah,
not like you're a basketball player that owns the team and owns the league. Them checks you collected are good. You know what I'm saying? But once they nip your damn pipeline, you may have a lot saved up. You know what I'm saying? But what you gonna do now? You don't want to go back to where you came from.
yeah,
yeah, I think as far as Nike, it just goes to show you who you can and can't offend in this country, because Nike don't really run from controversy.
I agree.
They don't run from it. But in this situation, well, they haven't dropped him. They just delayed his latest shoe, right?
Yeah,
I thought
they,
I thought they canceled it. They didn't.
I think the verbiage they officially used was suspended and gonna wait on the release of it. But I don't know if they can. But you may be right. But last thing I heard, they suspended it. The word they used.
Yeah. But a lot of these guys, I don't know if a lot of these guys have people in their corner who can say you tripping,
Shit,
or
they
where
gonna pay bro.
where I put that I put well, let me think about it this way. Their head's so big that they can't nobody tell them nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So there very well could be somebody saying you tripping, but it's in one ear and out the other, because like you say, when you want to be the smartest person in the room, sometimes I guess it might be like they might feel challenged when somebody can, try to tell them something different. They're not open to it. But
So, can I ask another question? Do you all feel like, as African Americans, we should stand with him and boycott the NBA
I
as
don't.
As an option in solidarity?
I don't, because there's way more things that we can stand for that's righteous and that's worth us standing for.
Right.
He just ain't the person. Like, LeBron may have done something, because he has so much. LeBron, on the other hand, has done so much good for the world, so much good for the league. Say he messes up and call somebody out of their name and he tries. I think we as a people would do a lot better for somebody like that who's shown he made a mistake. Mm-hmm. This dude, on the other hand, he just he's a clown.
He said he ain't gonna stop.
Nah, he ain't gonna stop. He's a clown, man.
What's your take, Jared?
No boycott. Not for this stupid shit. No. Nobody would even participate in it because, man, that'll be a disaster for everybody who would stand up for him. Basically, you can't go against the Jewish community and win in no shape, form, or fashion.
I agree.
So,
all right, cool.
A lot of good points made. I don't even think he knew what he was endorsing, and he is coming off as he has to be the smartest person in the room, but he's making a lot of dumb decisions to me.
But from what I read, he does do a lot of good though. From some of the stuff that I read.
You mean like charity work and stuff like that?
Yeah. Just like he paid some of those WNBA players' salaries during COVID when they chose not to play. He paid some of their salaries. He's done things for HBCUs. So he's done some good. but he cancels it out with the flat Earth and
Damn.
and shit.
Yeah,
Right.
they lost me with that.
You made a good point, Rodney. It's important not to overlook people's good and only focus on the bad. So I'm glad you said that. That's a good way to look at the world and people. Focus on the good that they do and weigh it against the bad. And it might not, might not be worth condemning somebody because of a mistake. So yeah, I like that point. I like that you brought that up. That was, a good point.
Yeah, it's like Dr. King. Are
Yeah.
we gonna hold it against him that he was a bit of a philanderer? No.
Gigolo. Yeah.
So,
But go back to that point. The good can't outweigh. The good has to outweigh the bad. I just don't know if in Kyrie's case, the good outweighs the bad by that much. But I get it right. That's a good point.
Yeah, his bad makes national news. It's good. His good stories may make local news. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I mean, that could be fixed. All you do, you get him on your team to play, and just kill his ability to speak to the media.
Got to take his phone.
But see, for whatever reason, I don't know why the owners think that they need the athletes to talk to the reporters.
See, but no, we don't want to go down. We don't want to go down that route, man. We don't want to do that. We definitely don't want to. We definitely don't want to silence our athletes. However, you want to make sure that they got the ability to make points and ability to come across as logical people. I mean, everybody's gonna have different ideas and different thoughts about stuff, but man, he just over the top with some of his ideology, man. Over the top, way over the top.
All right, let's transition. Let's keep it in sports. Let's talk about we're midway through the NFL season, so let's kind of go over who we think is going to go to the Super Bowl this year. Where's the Super Bowl? Is the Super Bowl in Arizona this or 2023?
Yes, Super Bowl's in Arizona. Super Bowl's in Arizona. I want to talk about this topic because my pre-Super Bowl picks are one of them at least have gone awry. I picked the Rams and the Bills. And man, my Rams are just terrible right now. Bills still look good, but actually I wanted to update that. I think the Chiefs gonna come, and I hate the Chiefs, but I think the Chiefs gonna do it. I think the Chiefs gonna win the AFC. I think they'll beat the Bills. And the NFC, I think it's going to be the Cowboys. I don't know why I think that. I don't think Philadelphia has it. I think it's going to be the Cowboys, Chiefs, Super Bowl in Arizona. That's my pick. I know it's kind of an off the wall pick, but I think that's what it's going to end up being.
Let me give my quick 2 cents. I have the Chiefs too. I'm going to say the Giants, NFC Giants.
Nice.
I say San Francisco. It might be a repeat of a couple years ago, San Francisco and Kansas City.
Okay.
I hope not. I don't want to see Kansas City make it. I don't know what it is like, but I hate anything that's Kansas City. I hate the Royals. I hate the Chiefs.
Ugh,
I don't know why. Like if I meet somebody from Kansas City, I look at them different. I don't get it, but it's just built in, But San Francisco, Kansas City. You know what? I'm not gonna pick Kansas City. I'm gonna say San Francisco and Miami.
Oh.
I'm gonna just go off target. I'm gonna go Miami.
So wait, you should pick Miami and who?
San Francisco.
Okay. Yeah. So I was about to go.
In Miami, but I'll pick somebody other than the Chiefs though.
So I was thinking the Eagles in Baltimore.
Whoa.
I was thinking Eagles in Baltimore.
I'm surprised nobody believes in the Bills, huh?
Nope.
I think they're good. I think they're a good regular season team, but they always found a way to lose.
And they depend too much on Josh Allen. Like you got to be able to run the ball somewhat,
Right.
and they can't. He is their running game. So, and I hate that. I mean, and I'm getting off on a fantasy tangent. Why the hell they keep throwing the ball to Stephon Diggs all the damn time? Throw the ball to Gabe Davis some shit. It feels like every fucking throw is the Diggs, man. Shit. Sorry, I just a little fantasy vent because Gabe Davis gave me 2 points today.
What do we think about Rihanna doing the Super Bowl halftime show? We like it, or what do we think?
I think it's
It don't matter to me one way or the other, but you know,
is that like a Jay-Z influence kind of thing, with him being mixed up and all that? Is that Jay-Z influence bringing it?
Of
For
course,
sure. Yeah, for sure.
of course.
It's all him.
Who did it last year?
Snoop, Dre, Eminem.
Oh yeah,
Eminem.
yeah.
So
do you think? So speaking of that, do you think, or the game, like he was mad because he wasn't on that halftime show? Like, why?
What song can he perform outside of 50 and Dre?
Like what? Just because you from LA, you figure you should be on stage? Like I don't get that. You know,
That sound like that was some entitlement.
hey, he got an ego. That dude got an ego, man. He think he's just as big a star. He's a star, but he think he's just as big a star as either anybody that was on. You know, there was the mega stars, right? He think he's just as big a star as all of them. You know, so you're right. He thought he should have been on that halftime show with him.
and it wasn't a LA show. You know, I can see if it was everybody on the stage was from LA or something, but you know, hell, that wouldn't work for the NFL. You know, if you just had a bunch of Crips on stage, like, yeah, do you think that's gonna sell? You know, DPG, Snoop, you know, have the Death Row Bloods up there, like, what, you know, it's a business, man.
Hey, what? Another side note to that. What's his problem with Dr. Dre? Don't y'all see he always taking little shots, little pot shots at Dr. Dre every now, like all the time, man.
Throw tantrums. I don't think it's a real maybe like a dad complex or something.
Man, he always taking little shots about aftermath and just Dr. Dre not fucking with him. He said he learned, when he said he learned more of Kanye and who he say Kanye did more for him than like
he did more for him in 2 weeks than Dre did for him in 3 or 4 years or something.
Yeah, man, you like always taking these little shots at Dre.
Let me just say this, man. Game is a very talented rapper. He may have a ton of classic albums, but the name droppings, I don't tolerate that. That's where I draw the line at with him. He's talented. He can give you some creative things, but that part about him as an MC, I don't rock with him because of that.
It's a lot of name dropping. It does take you kind of out of the song.
Yeah,
when he says it, it's like right in your face.
Yeah,
it's not even smooth.
No.
Well, it could be smooth. He just uses too many of them.
Yeah,
too many.
So if he went from 20 to 5, then yeah, it would work. But he giving you 25 of them motherfuckers in every song.
Somebody should go back and count the name drops per album.
Man, it's ridiculous.
He's the only guy that nobody ever responds back to. It's like everybody don't hear him. Like
Jay-Z definitely don't.
Exactly.
Good point. Good point.
He's fighting with himself. He's dissed him, pulled it back, dissed it, pull it back, pull it back.
I mean, he dissed Eminem. He challenged Eminem. Like, man, don't nobody want to see no verse with you and Eminem. Like, stop that.
And he's trying to. I think he's taking a page out of his homie 50 book. You know how 50, when he was dropping albums, he started beef with Jadakiss or whoever, Fat Joe. So it
He
seemed like
got
to me, Game doing the same thing. You know, trying to get a few more streams or more sales for his album.
But it's funny that nobody responds. I never thought about that.
That is a good point.
Like 50 always got responses from people that he went at. You know what I'm saying? Even Ja Rule got back at him. You know what I'm saying? But when it came to Game, it's like, oh well.
You fight with yourself.
Right. Oh well.
Yeah.
Like, now you got to end that dog. Like,
so is that people don't respond because they don't take him serious, or they don't respond because they don't want those problems?
I don't know what it is. I mean, he's a very talented guy.
Yeah, because he can rap.
I think he's like an upcoming boxer, like a Ernie Schaefer's. The risk is not worth the reward. You know what I'm saying? Of going back and forth with him, where when it's time to come to LA to do your promotion and all like that, you now have a problem because of going back and forth that you have with him. You know, so
you also kind of know if you respond, he won't stop. He'll make a whole damn album about you.
Right.
20-minute songs.
Man, he went at Meek. That was it's more of a bully. It's more than what 50 Cent ever did.
It is.
It's more than what 50 Cent ever did.
A bully, man. It's like a bully. I think he lived for that. He lived for that. He lived for that static, man. He lived for it. Like you said, right? They may not want them problems. They may not want them, but it's just funny. Nobody responds to his ass.
Yeah, and like I said, it just takes you out the zone of what you listening to and cool, and it's like, you know, because we've been through this with Pac. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You either had to pick the bad boy side or you had to pick the death row side. Pac wasn't letting you be the one in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we didn't been through that before. So it's like, nah, you take me down that road.
One follow-up question. That's going back to the Super Bowl. It wasn't an LA show, but it was in LA. They had a lot of LA, representation, talent-wise. You guys don't think he would have fit right in to do maybe a half a verse or a hook?
No.
You don't think so?
I think he would have fit right in, but his beef was, correct me if I'm wrong, nobody asked him. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Dr. Dre's show. It's Dr. Dre's show. He put Snoop in it, got, Mary J or whatever. I think, yeah, it would have worked, but he pissed off because nobody thought to ask him to get in it.
But he can't be in the show if Ice Cube ain't in the show.
I agree. If that's what you're doing, right?
If you're going down that lane, then it needs to be Ice Cube.
Yeah, Ice Cube works well with any of those guests. But if you're Dr. Dre and you bring Game into it and you already got M at 50, can you be responsible if Game don't kick nothing off? Because they've already had beef before where someone was shot. So if you're Dr. Dre, do you want to be held responsible for that? Yeah. So no, I wouldn't bring him in.
All right. No Game. Stay home. Let's keep it in this rapper lane. So let's talk about top 5 rappers whom debuted after the year 2000. So these are, I don't even know if you would call them current, because they could be current top 5, or they could be, the last generation of the top 5, because the new top 5 is probably somebody like Moneybagg Yo to these kids, like Lil Uzi Vert might be their top 5. But to us, let's talk about the top 5 who came out after year 2000.
Okay.
Rodney, you kick that off. You brought this topic up. I think it's a good topic. Go ahead and kick that off.
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. Because y'all know I'm not the one, like anything 2010 on, I ain't really fucking with them. And from 2000, so let me see, who would this include? So this would be like T.I. would fall into that. I think he would qualify.
Mhm.
Ludacris would not saying that these are my top five. I'm just kind of throwing names out there because I threw this topic out there, but I really didn't put any thought into it. So T.I., Ludacris, Game, um, with 50, no 50 wouldn't he wouldn't qualify because he debuted before 2000.
No, he came out 2003 or
No, I'm saying the power of the dollar was his first album,
Mhm.
and that was before 2000.
For
he got to come
2000.
out- he got to come out my list.
So, shit, and like Lil Wayne, he can't be on the list.
Because
Shit.
of what he did because of what he did as a group, or are you talking about like is that
No,
what
his first album came out in '99. The
Okay.
Block is Hot. Yeah,
Okay.
The Block is Hot was his first solo album. So, shit. Somebody else take this because I can't think. I really can't even think of five.
Well, for 2000, I got Eminem.
And you got Nelly, right? No, you can't have Eminem either.
I thought Eminem.
No, I thought Slim Shady came out in '99.
I thought it came out. I'll Google that. But you know, Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, Kanye, T.I.
Okay.
That's what I got. Drake,
So
Kendrick, J. Cole, Kanye, and T.I.
Yeah, the Slim Shady LP came out in 1999.
Okay. All right. I know it was on the fence. But that'll be my top five.
Let me go. Did you say Drake? You had to say Drake, right?
I said Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, Kanye, and T.I.
That's a solid list. I'm going Wale, Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, and highly underrated Currency from New Orleans.
Whoa.
That fool put out like at least 5-6 albums per year.
He got a hell of a catalog.
Yeah. Independent.
Really? I gotta look him up. I didn't know it was that good.
Yeah, he has a cult following.
Like bigger than Crit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's bigger. He's bigger, more consistent, stays touring. He has a YouTube show. He's into low riders. He has a car shop down in New Orleans. Yeah, he's way more. He has apparel, hoodies and t-shirts that constantly sells. I heard him do an interview. He said he has like 2 or 3 warehouses, that they're selling their merch out of. So yeah, he's way more consistent.
Wow. Okay.
Pilot talk.
Never heard anything from this Currency guy.
Really?
You got to look him up. You don't like him.
He used to be, if I'm not mistaken, he used to be signing No Limit back in the days.
Yep, he was.
And he used to be signing No Limit. I think
was it No Limit or Cash Money?
When they moved, he hung with Wayne. I think when No Limit moved to Baton Rouge is how he got cool with them or something like that. I don't know, forget how that goes. But from that point on, him and Lil Wayne formed a friendship and stuff like that. He went his independent route.
So Squeak, did you get your top five?
So my top five was Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, Kanye, Big Crit. Yeah, Big Crit.
Big Crit is still good, but it was like he was going up and he just kind of fell off.
He doesn't have the momentum, he's like a Currency. I don't know if he don't have the work ethic, but he kind of popped before social media. So, him, A$AP Rocky, J. Cole, Kendrick, they're all around that same. And he the one that didn't blow like they did. He really doesn't have like a national hit, or a national feature. But I love his underground stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Me too. And when you put him, when he on songs with them,
Yep.
man, he right there with him.
He sure is.
Every
Very talented.
Every time he right there with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
On Olympus.
So I don't. So I know Kendrick can rap, but I don't get him. J. Cole, same thing. I mean, I think I can get him a little more, but and Drake, his voice, I can't deal with his voice. Like, I can't deal with his voice for a whole album. Like, I got to take him in, 2 or 3 song blocks. I can't do a whole album. Oh, so I gotta go. So next show, I'm going to give my review of what Drake and 21 Savage, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Since I am just naturally opposed to any fucking rap after 2010, I guess.
I told you to listen to West Side Gun new album, but okay.
I can't. Hey, one at a time now.
All right.
So I'm gonna do Drake and 21 Savage. What's the album called?
Her loss.
Mm-hmm.
Her loss. All right. I'm downloading it to Apple Music right now, and I'm gonna listen to it for the next week, and I'll have a review.
Think about Drake, and I think Drake is. I think it's time to start talking about him, because he can do it all, man. He can flow on any type of beat, slow flow, fast flow. You're gonna see on this, he going back to those old Southern beats with 21 Savage. Man, he killing them. He killing these beats with that old soul beats, that deep rhythm. Man, he killing on this.
But it's 2 things I got about him. He never does conscious rap with conscious rappers like Talib Kweli, Mos Def, Common, anything like that. Nas. He stays away from those kind of MCs, the boot pack guys. And he does not have a hype tone to him. Like, how Busta Rhymes can go real hype and stuff like that. He doesn't have that. Neither does Jay-Z. I ain't saying that every MC does have that, but I think those are like my 2 stripes against him as an MC that I would want to see him pick that up. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't there a controversy about whether he write all this shit?
Yeah, there's that.
Mm-hmm. But how good, to his credit though, you're right, Ryan. There was some controversy about that, but to his credit, he admitted that happened, but then he always bring it up now, because he the GOAT right now of all these newer rappers and that's been out since about 2000. He the best, and he'll mention it all the time. He got on Meekhead about that. He still can write, man, and everybody got written for. Snoop Dogg got written for.
That's a fact.
Everybody got written for. So,
but we don't put Snoop up there as a great. I mean, he might be great in totality, but you don't put him top 5 lyrical as an MC.
That's true.
So we don't really take him seriously.
So can we as rap fans speak on that? Is that a knock to a rapper if you have a ghostwriter?
Yes.
Is that a knock to a rapper?
If they write all of it, yeah, it is. But if you get some help, not to me.
Yeah. So I personally think that it's only a knock if you like in a battle. You know what I'm saying? Like if I challenge you to a rap battle and you gotta go to your notebook and read what I gotta read what Sid wrote for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really have it like that. But when you're talking about just a song, you know what I'm saying? I'm trip off nothing like that.
Yeah,
all our favorite singers didn't write their own songs.
It's not, but you're not looking at it from a point of view. Does it matter as long as it's dope? Yeah, okay. But if you're gonna claim to be a lyricist, then that does matter, whether you write your own stuff or not.
I don't know if Drake ever claimed to be a lyricist. I don't know that. Maybe he has, but I don't think that's
okay. Maybe not. He's claiming it, but you know,
If he's
everybody knows.
best, is that what you're saying? If he's gonna be the best, you gotta write your own lyrics.
To me,
Gotta be okay.
Well, how do you know who is really writing, all their own raps?
We don't know. We never did.
You don't know until some shit come up about somebody ghostwriting for somebody. So,
right. So if you are a top MC, right, and you're in the studio, most MCs have their friends with them, right? So if you're writing your own song and your homeboy comes and you reciting what you wrote out, and your homeboy said, "Nah, man, add this right here in," and you give that person writer's credit, which is what you should do. That's your homeboy. That doesn't mean that somebody wrote for you, but they have writer credit on that particular song that blows up to sell like 10 million, songs across the country and stuff like that. I can't personally knock no MC for that. But when it's time to do your freestyle, if I'm rapping Rodney's rhymes that he wrote for me, oh, that's a problem. Because when I pass the mic to Rodney, he repeating everything I just said. But I did it first. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm making him look bad because I don't really know how to freestyle like that. I think that's where I draw the line at it like that, where like what Rodney's saying, like if you're a top MC, I would expect you to be able to freestyle. But if you can't, so be it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna knock you. So be it. You know what I'm saying? But the most part of it is that I really don't care as a fan, honestly. I really don't care as a fan.
I get it, but to me, when you say MC, when you say he's a top MC, that's not saying he's a good rapper or he's the top rapper. To me, when you say MC, you're talking about lyrically, your shit is better than everybody. When you an MC, you're just a good rapper. You can get you a team of people and y'all can craft a good song and you can perform it. It's a good rapper. Like Snoop's a good rapper. He's not an MC to me because his shit ain't lyrical like that. He's not at that. You don't hold him in that regard. So, I mean, it's all entertainment.
Mm-hmm. Going back to your point about Drake, you said he don't do some conscious stuff, but don't you think that's his credit? He can kind of stay in his own lane. I mean, he speak on a lot of other stuff, but I was kind of thinking about that. He hasn't done really anything on like a conscious level, or maybe he has, and I just don't know. But it seems like that's his credit. You do what worked for you. You stay in your own lane, and you make hits the way you make hits. You talk about certain shit.
Well, see, I think that's for shows like when Kanye put Jay on Talib Kweli's single, and Talib Kweli is a conscious kind of rapper, right? Mm-hmm. So when Jay got on the track, it's not as if Talib took off so far where Jay couldn't come because he's just a dope MC at the time. That wasn't his lane, but he could still get on the track and flow. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Conscious MC, that's just a term, but you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we may be talking about different subject matters, but if this is the subject matter, go ahead and flow on it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the only thing I've kind of looked at him like he really stays away from certain MCs. You know what I'm saying? And mix.
Mm-hmm.
I like him, but yeah, he has the same kind of subject matter, I think.
I got you. What? And while we on this, J. Cole, I think J. Cole pretty much hit all our lists.
Yep.
Is it to me? Does he not work enough, man, or something? I think we should hear a lot more from that dude, man. He's so good to me, man. He's so good.
I think the industry, like for Drake Cole and Kendrick, if you listen to radio and stuff like that, they have what they want. And them two not doing that. They're not doing what the radio masses want. Mm-hmm. But they have the fans. They have the sold out concerts and stuff like that. So they successful, just like Jay was saying about Currency. Currency is successful from an independent market. Mm-hmm. And J. Cole and Kendrick are on majors kind of doing the same thing, not really being played on the radio like that. And they're very talented. Drake has really, I'm gonna give Drake credit. Drake has really done something that most top MCs really haven't done, and that's lend a verse to the up and coming rapper.
Oh yeah,
For everybody that we put on our list, he's had a song and gave them a feature
yeah.
that really kind of helped spike they stuff out. So he's like a one on one. You know what I'm saying? I give him credit because I like Lil Baby as a new MC, and I really liked him because Drake jumped on the feature with him. You know what I'm saying? And 21 Savage. So yeah.
Yeah. Last question on this topic. Like 3 people hit our list, pretty much hit our list the same. Who, in your opinion, who y'all think better? Kendrick or J. Cole?
That's hard. Better at what?
Just who the better MC?
That's hard. They both do 2 different things.
See, I think they're very similar. Jay, what you think? Who you think the best MC between them 2?
Kendrick. Best MC Kendrick. Best live show is probably J. Cole. Best live show over Kendrick and J. Cole, being these are my after 2000 people, is Wale. You cannot touch Wale live.
Man, no. We went to Wale show.
He took that show.
Remember we went to that Wale show here in St. Louis?
Mm-hmm. You ain't like his performance?
Oh no, man. Well,
man, he had that whole balcony like swaying and rocking like it was gonna fall.
J. Cole was drunk.
He outdid J. Cole.
Yeah, J. Cole ain't got he got all the aesthetics, but his songs don't go hard enough for a real good live show to me. But lyrically, best lyricist, I think is J. Cole. I think he's more relatable. I think Kendrick is really good, but I think J. Cole is way more relatable. Like you could really sit down, you don't have to listen to it 16 times to figure out what the point he's trying to make. I think he comes across real easy. That's why I think J. Cole is the top right now, the top lyricist right now.
You're right. Let me go back to Drake and the conscious rap. Number one, Drake is about money, and conscious rap does not sell. So he's going to stay in his money lane. On that new album, he's talking all kinds of slick shit about how you can't go to hibachis no more. You got to eat this, drink this. You can't drink a glass of wine. You got to buy the bottle. It's all money talk.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Number two, he's not even from America. So how much can he relate to our struggle? I mean, he is, half black, but from Canada.
Gotcha.
But
I thought he was born in Memphis.
But grew up in Canada. He's
a
Canadian. But I think he is the golden child, man. If he wanted to do whatever, he could do it.
He can.
He can pull it off.
Yeah.
He can.
Yep.
He definitely can.
I
think this era is different from the Tupac, Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z. I think when you think about Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick, they're different. They work with more MCs than I've ever seen those 3 dudes from the past do. Outside of Tupac in a sense. Less drama though. You know what I'm saying? They get money together. They're touring. They're different,
All right. Let's go on to topic number 5. Black Panther 2 is coming out. When is it coming out, Hughes?
It's coming out November the 11th.
Oh, you dressing up? You dressing up to go see it?
All white, baby boy, all white. Paying tribute to Chadwick, So, hey, this is what I needed in my childhood. So, I'm reliving my childhood. I'm super excited. I started watching the previews. I bought 3 magazines, different covers. I ain't read none of them. I think Friday night they had a ABC. I guess special on Black Panther. I recorded. I ain't looked at that yet. So. I'm super excited. I know it's gonna be good, so I can't wait.
Hey, how many times did you go see the first one?
3 times.
3 times.
So I do the first one at the IMAX, and then after that I kind of pick and choose which screen I'm gonna do. If I'm gonna do 3D or something like that. But the first one I got to do the real big screen to get the get the vibe and stuff. So I'm super excited. I've been waiting for this movie since 2018, since the first one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let y'all in on a secret. I ain't like Black Panther. I ain't like it. I get it. I get the whole thing. I think it's to me, it's one of the worst Marvel movies ever made. No, that's a bit strong. I don't want to say it's one of the worst Marvel movies ever made. But I just, I totally love the black character, the blackness in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as sticking to the Marvel scripts, I just think they could have did so much better with that movie. I really love the Black Panther character in the previous Marvel movies.
Mm-hmm.
But when they made it a standalone movie, they could have did a lot more with it. In my opinion, the character of Chad Boseman is awesome, and how he came into the movie, awesome. But that movie by itself, that's my secret. I didn't think it was a good movie.
You're right. You're not wrong. It wasn't that good. I didn't like it. I took a lot of shit because I was talking shit about it when it came out. But it felt rushed. But you know what? Once Chadwick passed away, I let it go. I felt like maybe they rushed it, because he was sick.
Yeah,
But I don't think it was that. It's not the worst movie in the world, but it really wasn't as good as people made it out to be. To me,
I agree. I'm with you with that, Jay.
Yeah, by yourself.
But I don't give a shit about the last one. I am going to see this one out of respect to the director Coogler and just Chadwick, and just for what the movie represents. I'm still going to support and see it anyway.
Hey, I'm with you, Jared. I'm definitely going to see it. I'm definitely going to see it. Definitely supporting. I'm looking forward to it, though. I'm actually looking forward to it. I want to see what they did with it.
Yeah.
But my expectations ain't that. My expectations ain't really, really extremely high about it. But I think I'm definitely going to see it, though.
I think this would be 12 times better than the first one.
12?
Yeah. Well, I could say more, but I think it has to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, they lost their main character. And I don't ever remember that happening in any Hollywood movies. You know what I'm saying? Where the main character actually passed away, and you didn't have somebody reprise that role. So I'm very interested to see. They have a great cast. I'm believing in Ron Coogler. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super excited about it.
So, fill me in. Why was Black Panther important?
First black superhero in Marvel Comics.
Oh, that's it.
It's a lot of pageantry. It's a lot of African cultural kind of things that's in it that they wrapped into it, from the dress, from the the history in Africa. I mean, it's a lot of kind of that stuff that's based on it too, that makes it kind of important, along with being the first black superhero from the Marvel universe. So
it's also not fighting and muscle. It's a lot of technology and scientific knowledge, wrapped up into the movie.
So Black Panther is something real. It's that's a real character.
What do you mean, like an fish, like a original?
I mean, that's a like I don't know. I don't know what a Marvel character is. What's a DC comic character? So Black Panther is a real character prior to this movie.
It's out of the comic books, the Marvel comic books, out of like the 50s and 60s. Hugh should probably knows it. He froze up. But yeah, it's been around since like the 50s and 60s.
Yeah, it's an original. Yeah, it's one of the. It's out of the Marvel comics. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, it's a real character.
Okay. Well, I hope y'all have fun with that. y'all have fun. I hope y'all wear y'all dashikis and all that shit. I mean, I guess it's a good thing. It got people getting in touch with their African heritage. I guess. At one time I thought I was gonna get me a dashiki, but then I was like, nah, I ain't getting one. I can't be be a trend guy like that. I gotta blaze my own path, I guess.
All right, here we go, fellas. We made it to the end. You know what time it is. You know what time it is.
Swerve of the week.
Of the week. Who wants to go first? Let me go first. He keeps coming up. He is a Hall of Famer swerp of the week. It is Kanye West. Not for the Jew talk. It's because this fool, one of you guys said it, this fool does not own his Yeezy designs that he had with Adidas. He does not own the designs.
Oh, what?
So they can rebrand his designs and make it Adidas Yeezys and sell his shoes. So that makes him the swerp of the week. I probably would be mad at my Jewish lawyers also if I didn't own my own, my designs.
Together.
My swerp of the week is I don't know if I'm late to the party on this, but my swerp of the week is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
What did he do?
So LeBron is approaching his record. He's gonna probably pass his all-time scoring record this year. Do you know he does not and will not have a relationship with LeBron James? Two of the most powerful basketball players in the world ever has a disagreement over. Kareem has a disagreement. Kareem wants LeBron to be a little bit more vocal on some things, like he was, and LeBron. That's not LeBron's lane. So, therefore, he has not had a relationship with LeBron over 5 to 10 years. So, I just think, man, come on, Kareem, you're bigger than that. You're way bigger than that, man. Reach out, touch LeBron. Y'all work that out. Kareem, swerp of the week.
Stop swerping.
But, well, I guess, all right.
Do you challenge his swerp of the week?
No, I'm not challenging it, but I'm just saying, like, is it his responsibility to have a relationship with LeBron?
But it ain't even his responsibility. But come on, man, he don't want to see his record passed. It's coming down to LeBron is going to break his record, a record that wasn't probably everybody thought would never be touched. LeBron is going to break it. Mm-hmm. So I think he's jealous of that piece of it, and then he's doing this fake, this all this fakeness about him not being, him not tackling issues outside of basketball like what he did as he was playing. So I just think he's being fake about it, and that's why I'm thinking he's swerping.
All right, Rodney, what you got?
Go to Hughes. I'm
you swerping.
Come up with one.
Okay. My swerp of the week goes out to this promotional company by the name of BLK.
Oh my God!
Snuck it in on you. Snuck it in on you. You thought I wasn't gonna do it. Yes.
Oh my God.
Uh-huh. I finally saw the promotion of the Terrence Crawford fight, and man, oh man. Good luck to their company. I hope you guys have a stream of income coming because you're going to lose some money on December the 10th.
Why? Because of the poster or the commercial?
Man, ain't nobody buying that damn fight.
Oh, shit.
Nobody buying that damn fight.
BLK Prime swerping.
Yeah.
What is that?
Supposed to be a subscription-based app that can do movies and sport events. Good theory. I like that. I would have loved if they could have jumped in and helped along with trying to get the biggest welterweight fight since the 80s from Tommy Hearns versus Sugar Ray Leonard. But instead, they jumped in and helped my man out because Al Haymon and them, they had my man backed against the wall on a contract that boy only a fool would have signed. No guarantee, 35%, take it or leave it.
Okay, wait a minute. You switching up now?
No, I'm not switching up. It is what it is. I wouldn't have just been talking that long though. You know, if you offer me that on May, maybe I'll check back with you June. But it ain't no way we getting to know them August, September, October talking about the same thing. So yeah, that's it. Work of the week.
You say you say Spence and Crawford is gonna be the biggest welterweight fight since Hearns and Hagler?
Nah, since Hearns and Sugar Ray.
Didn't Pacquiao and Mayweather fight?
Oh man, they wasn't in their primes. They fought, but they wasn't in their primes.
That's not the question though. I mean, that doesn't matter if they was in their primes. That was still the big when they did fight.
Let me restate that.
That was still the biggest fight.
Let me restate that. This would have been for welterweight supremacy, the biggest welterweight supremacy fight.
You mean the most competitive?
No, so this fight would have been history. It's 4 belts on the line. That has never been done in the welterweight division. So that's what I should have said. You correct Ronnie on that. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my swerve.
I guess my swerve of the week is me because I don't have one.
Swerve.
Yeah.
Pick a football team. Pick a football team to let you down this week. Or a player in your fantasy.
I'm still swerved because I played him. I shouldn't have played him. So Gabe Davis, he ain't the swerve of the week. I am for playing him.
I like that.
I should have put Cordell Patterson in.
You could have gave it to Ant. Didn't he lose that Tyreek Hill bet this week?
He did indeed.
Man, that boy, how many yards did he put up? Like 144 or something?
Yeah, he crushed that. He crushed them 1,000 yards and
so our bet was Tyreek Hill would get 1,000 yards in 16 games. And he managed to get it in what, 9?
Nine games.
Man, they got hurt. And he about to lose to me this week.
Well, I don't know if you can say that just yet, can you?
Well, see, our bet was that he not going back to back.
Okay.
And that I would beat him. I ain't say about who will win. I ain't say that. I had to put some side bets in there.
All right, fellas, we did it.
All right.
A little bit over an hour, but we made it. Good show. I appreciate everybody joining. So let's go ahead and sign off, and we'll do it again next week.
Wait a minute. When we gonna get some intro music?
If you listen to like the audio version, we have a new song at the beginning of every episode.
Okay.
But pull it up on like Apple Music and listen to the beginning. You'll hear a new song based on what we talk about or based on what's going on in the world. That song switches up.
No, okay, I get that, but I want this show to have our own music. Now I know that might be a little difficult, but we need to come up with a damn Pod Deep theme song and have that lead off our podcast.
Let's work on it. Everybody come up with a song. Preferably something free that we won't get in trouble for using.
Right.
Or make something original. And bring it to the table and let's see what's going on.
I could beatbox, but
something we can work on.
Work on.
Okay. All right. Good night.
Good night.
See you next time.
All right.
All right.
Take care, fellas.